Hi, we're here again. We are at the Shabbos before this beautiful holiday of Matan Torah, Shavuot, as we're all going to be celebrating with cheesecakes. And sorry, maybe we'll have a chance to talk about it another time. But we are holding the Shabbos before. Shabbat Parashat Bamidbar. And as we know, this parasha is always before this holiday. So it must be that this parasha always has to have a connection to the holiday. So we know there's really many connections, many beautiful connections between the parasha of this week to the holiday of receiving the Torah, of getting the Torah from Hashem. Let's share a bit of it, brief and short. So the simple connection is from the name of the parasha itself. The name of the parasha is Bamidbar. And Bamidbar means a desert. And what is the connection from a desert to Matan Torah? So the simple connection is, where did we receive the Torah? In the desert. As we know, the Jews came out of Egypt, they went to the desert, and that's when they received the Torah on Har Sinai, Bamidbar Sinai, in the desert of Sinai. So there's a connection just in this history. But definitely is a much deeper connection too. Why was the Torah specifically being given in a desert? And we'll mention it again and again about the idea of the desert. So the desert has many, many qualities. And these qualities of the desert is very connected to the idea of the Torah that we received on Matan Torah. And we'll start with one. What is the idea of a desert? Chassidut explains us. The difference with a desert and everywhere else. Everywhere else, there is private properties, public properties, city properties. Properties belongs to the country, to the state, and so on and so forth. That's where a city is all about. Desert is a place called free for all. Nobody comes to a desert and says, I own land in desert. Nobody owns land. It's a free place. It's free because it's a desert, but it's a free land. But you know, in Israel, the desert, the Bedouin are in the desert, but they don't own the land in the desert. They don't feel like owning the land in the desert. And that's the beauty of the Bedouin. If you know about them, they travel from one place to another place. They don't sit in one place, and that's what a desert is all about. You don't settle one place, this is my place. And that's the physical idea of a desert. A desert means a place that's free for all. Anybody can come and land over there and do what you want. And how is this related to the Torah that we're getting? Hashem wants to tell us, I'm giving you the Torah, the same as desert. Is a place that's free for all. Nobody can say, I own it more than someone else. The same idea Hashem says, I'm giving you the Torah. I give you the Torah, it's free for all. No one can say that he owns the Torah. He is more in control of the Torah. He is more related to the Torah than someone else. We all connected the same. We all related the same. It's free. It's a desert. Take it, grab it, it's yours. There's no such a thing that someone can come to you and say, no, the Torah belongs to me. And what is the message? The message is, don't ever think the Torah is something that belongs to specific people. To the great giants, to be learning yeshiva boys, so on and so forth. No, Torah is resembled by a desert. It belongs to everyone equally. And it belongs to no one. Meaning to say, if you want, you can acquire. If you want, you can learn. If you want, you can understand. Don't think that you are different. You cannot relate to it. No. Everybody is the same. Everybody has the same equality into this desert. Everybody is the same equality into Torah. Torah belongs to no one, but belongs to everyone. And that's the beauty of Torah, that Hashem wants to give us. Not just the Torah. He wants to give us the Torah in a way of motivation, to motivate us I'm giving to you in a desert to tell you that all of you can relate to it. All of you could learn. All of you have a connection to it. There's nobody that is special. Everybody is equal in that idea. That's the idea of the desert. I just wanted to show one more, and we'll conclude with this. A desert is a place that's very, very hot, as we know. Very hot place. And that's another idea related to Torah. Heat in a spiritual level means that when you're hot, you're on fire, you want to connect to Hashem. And this is why Torah is resembled to desert too. The Torah is the same idea. The Torah is the fire. That by learning Torah, you can get the same fire, but a spiritual fire. The desert is more physical fire, that we need a lot of water to drink. But Torah as a spiritual fire, that you have the fire to connect to Hashem. And then the same idea, as we know, Torah also connects to water. You have the fire, the excitement to connect to Hashem, and this is to quench your thirst. You drink the Torah, you drink water. And this is another idea. Torah is resembled to a desert. Desert is a fire, and a fire means a connection, and Torah is also a fire of connection to Hashem. Have yourself a beautiful Shabbos, and let's do all the great preparations that we got to do for this beautiful holiday of Shavuot. As we know that every year we playing the same video again, we receiving the Torah again. So have yourself a beautiful, great Shabbos.